Hey, I want to say, give a message about atheism, because I'm a Christian now, but I used to be an atheist, and I want to say this right here to any atheists listening or any people that are in the church that are listening that have certain thoughts about people that are atheists. I want you guys to think this, to know this right here. A lot of people think that atheists are just people that are against God. They're trying to ha 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 ha. I'm gonna show you. I'm gonna bring down because I hate God. No, it's not like that. Atheists are people who just don't believe. They could be great people. They could be people that they could be bad people too. But they could be an atheist who will be the first one that will, if somebody was in a car wreck, they go out there and try to help them. Because they're just people who just don't have the knowledge to believe, or they don't have the proof. It's like you could say, man, I would love for UFOs to be real. I would love to believe in them. I want to believe, but I just don't have the proof. Well, that same thing goes with God. It's like atheists a lot of times will say they want to believe. I think it would be great, but they don't have the proof. That's why we have to give our testimonies. And when we give our testimonies, well, you give your testimony however you want to, but the best testimonies for an atheist is like spiritual things that, like, hey, this cannot be anything but God right here. This has to be God. And when they add them up, it'll work for them. But I will say this right here though: most atheists are gonna need their own coming to God moment. They're gonna need that their own relationship with Jesus Christ, where they see it for themselves and they say, "Wow," and then they'll think back to all those testimonies or all those things they saw in the past or heard about, and they'll say, "It all adds up," and it'll just be more and more faith. It'll be more and more set in stone. And if they hear one testimony where somebody says, "Hey, I was brought to heaven and I saw heaven and I saw this right here," then they see another testimony where somebody saying, "Oh, I was brought down to hell and I saw this right here." As those sort of add up, they sort of say, I wonder if there could be something to this right here. Then they might see a testimony of a little boy or a little girl saying, "Oh, this is what Jesus told me. Jesus told me something only God can know. Only there's no way possible that this kid could have known this without Jesus telling him this." Then he starts saying, "Well, this could be spiritual. This might be something right here. Wow." So it's important that we try to get as many atheists on board as possible, because Jesus does not want to see anybody going to hell. I don't want to see atheists going to hell. I was using atheists. So I say that we do our best to spread the gospel. Don't condemn them. Don't look down on them, but love them and try to help them. Try to find ways to get them to see the truth about Christ. Amen.